Going with the padding, we want to make sure that everything is smooth. I might add another bobby just on the top there, just to get it all nice and smooth. Cool. Now, as a little extra, I'm going to just tease this top section. If the client has thin hair, it's probably best you do this, like thin or fine hair, or adding that kind of crimping. So getting the crimper and using the crimper on the hair. But I'm just going to tease her hair only because I've crimped it already. Now, when you're teasing any hair, and I notice this, is that for some reason, I don't know why people do this, but they go to town, they're like, it's like, you're not getting anywhere if you do that. So make sure that when you're teasing, you're getting your comb and you're bringing it down and then towards you. Okay, so bringing it down and towards you. So you want that hair build up just on the root there. Okay, if you do it like right down like that, it's not giving you that kind of build up there. As with if you're going down and then like bringing it forward, you're getting that kind of build up already, and you can see that. Okay, I'm going to do the entire ponytail section because I just want to make sure that I've got a little bit of more volume. She doesn't need any more, but just a little bit more volume there. And it's probably best to use a towel comb or this kind of comb here, which I love because I find that when I use this bit, I can kind of bring out hair or, you know, brush the hair out without using that kind of part. This is Fusion. Don't ask me where I got it because I actually got it in my hair kit when I was studying and I've still got it. I have no idea, but you can definitely get it from a hair supplier, I'm assuming. Okay, so we've brought everything back. So now we've teased it and we're going to bring everything right back, and I'm just going to comb all that teasing out of the way just so I've got the smoothness there to begin with. Just going to come around this way and I'm just going to smooth this out. All right, so all nice and smooth. Now, if you're wanting to use product, you can definitely use product for sure. So product that I would suggest using is maybe just a little bit of hairspray just on the top there, or a volumizing spray. All right, let's go in with our hair padding. So this hair padding, I've actually been using since we started this section, and it was a donut. So it was a hair padding kind of donut like that, which I'd cut up ages ago to use for a particular job, which you can definitely do. So this I got from Kmart. And another friend of mine was, I was asking her, where do you get hair padding? And I don't want to spend too much on hair padding because I know hair supplies, they have it, but it does cost a lot of money. So she said Kmart. So I went to Kmart and I bought this for like $2. It was great. So Kmart. Oh, and the reject shop. Somebody said the reject shop last time. I think it was Bodhi. You said the reject shop, which is great. I think that's what you said. Okay, so we've brushed that out. Now we're going to start just from, hey Carlos, welcome. So just starting from the top here, we're just going to wrap our padding around, okay? So see what I'm doing here? And I'm just going to wrap it just around, okay? And then I'm just going to bring it down here. Now, don't worry if the padding doesn't, doesn't cover the padding, because you're just going to smooth the hair over, okay? So don't worry so much about that. What we're wanting to do now is we're going to pin it. So again, if you've been watching over the last couple of weeks that we've been doing these particular topics, is that make sure you use a bobby and you've got to bobby pin the padding into the actual hair. All right, so I'm going to bring it around this way so I can show you. Now, Facebook, can we all see that on Facebook? Perfecto. And we're going to just pin that. And again, making sure that the padding itself can't move. Hi, Judy. Oh, wow. Thanks, guys. A lot of people on tonight. All right. And we're going to do the other side. Making sure that's pinned. Don't use fringe pins because, again, like we've mentioned previously, fringe pins just won't hold padding like this. You can definitely use fringe pins for a particular aspect of padding, but try not to, try not to use it for the initial kind of placing. All right, let's pop underneath there. Excelente. Okay, so we've got the two there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fan it. Okay, so we're going to fan it right out. And I'm going to bring that up as well. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that around here, bring that down. Because I'm going to add a bobby pin just on the top there. Just so it's nice and secure on the top. Bring that around. So what I'm doing is I'm just pinning that top section there just so it's nice and secure. So you can see with this there's not a lot to it, right? So it's just all about your prepping. Number one, you've got to make sure that you've got the prepping down packed and just your padding. And that's pretty much it. I know we sometimes have a look at photos of chignons and we go, oh my God, but it's so easy to do. Just going to add another pin just here. Okay, so this is the back bit of it. Okay, just going to show Facebook. It's the back bit of it, Facebook. Now we still need to fan this out. Unrelated, but those are pretty photos on the wall. Why, thank you. These are Rob's photos. I'm going to quickly span. Sorry, guys. Let's take a two-minute recess or a minute recess. So these photos are from Rob. Now, for those of you who don't know, Rob is my husband, and he's the CEO, number 2. I'm the CEO and the CFO. No, and those are his photos. He's a photographer, so he does the underwater, the aerial photography, and those photos he's taken of the ocean, and that's a sunset one. And there's more photos coming. So I'm going to have my photos up on there, so the photos that have been published. And we're sticking more photos up on there. So this is called our Wall of Achievement. So all the stuff that we've achieved is going to be up on there. Come through, Rob. Yes, yes. Let's give Rob a clap. Love your work, Rob. Wow. All right, let's give a clap. I know everyone's clapping. Yay. He's just looking at me like with blank eyes. Guys. I know, they're such lovely photos, aren't they? So I'm really looking forward to showing you more photos when the photos are up, but you're too kind, Bodhi. Thank you. All right, let's get back to this. Now, we've done that, the padding on that, and we're just going to fan more of the hair out just so we get that coverage on the end. Now, I know some people say to me that they've got very thick or big fingers. If you do, and honestly, people do, if you do, get your comb and just comb across. And we want to even the distribution of the hair. So making sure that you're distributing the hair evenly. I'm going to bring it all the way to the end. And this is the tricky part because sometimes we're too scared that we're going to ruin the hairstyle, but you know, we're not, because you've got that already wrapped around the hair anyway, the padding anyway. So all you need to do is kind of just fan it out, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Let's start off with this section. So we're wanting to kind of cover that. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to bring that around a little bit more. And see that. Do you run the risk of the hair shifting from wear and tear over time and the padding being exposed? No. So to be honest with you, there's two ways I can answer this. So the first answer is no, because I don't sit there with the client all day, like especially if it's for an event. And it shouldn't move purely because you would have had to pin it in place properly. When you pin it in place properly and you're covering that, now I know there's going to be wind and, you know, all of that kind of environmental stuff, and I get that. But if you've got it pinned into place and you've got the right prep, it shouldn't move. But again, if you're worried about, you know, the padding moving, or you're wanting to know whether it moved, another great thing is to ask for feedback from the client, because that's the only way that you're going to know, did my padding move? Should I bobby pin it more for your next client? So, I mean, yes and no. You don't know whether it's going to wear and tear unless you ask the client if it did. Because a lot of the time, you know, we're not with our client. You know, we do the hairstyle and then we're gone for the day. So we don't know what's happened. So again, that's where your kind of feedback, or you're asking for feedback, comes into play there. Does that answer that question? I felt like it did and it didn't at the same time. I just find feedback is just so, you know, good to ask for. Don't ever be scared to ask for feedback, because that's how you improve. That's how I've improved. And if the client doesn't give you feedback, okay, whatever, you know, but if they do, then you learn from that feedback that they've given you. It does. Okay, cool. Perfect.